Hello everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and welcome to my Let's Play of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, Justice for All, Farewell My Turnabout, Part 24. Yes, it is a long case. So, let's continue the trial. Let's see. After leaving one's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door just like that. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying?
Excuse me? I may be poor underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers?
Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye, in sort of a sneaky, spy-like. I knew he was spying. Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over and underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. I said, hold it! Oops, wrong button.
Okay.
That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details.
Oh, okay.
I should probably ask him only one question at a time. Ask about this something. He gave something to this person?
Yeah.
And what was this something?
Ha ha ha. If I remember what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I? But this implies something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers?
I think it was something kind of small. This is an incredibly crucial piece of information. Please, try to remember what it was.
I'll try.
In the meantime, let's talk of another point. Namely, what the bellboy did next.
Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing, then the old guy just left without even going into the room.
Where did this bellboy go after you left Mr. Unguard's room?
He opened the door to Viola Hall. Went in there, and who knows after that, right?
I do. Did you see anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at that time?
Oh yeah, I saw that one thing.
What? What? You saw something else?
There was this jittery alien with a ray gun. It was watching Juan's door like some sort of stalker.
I think we can forget about the alien. Watch old bag literally come up and be like, I ain't no alien, Okay. Well, Mr. Powers' testimony just now was just as vague as this first. It's a little troublesome, isn't it? But I'm sure if you press him enough, everything will become clearer. Although, that just makes it harder on us, doesn't it? Talk about a lose-lose situation. Let's see. Let's see. I said hold it!
Okay.
That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details.
Oh, okay.
I should probably ask him only one question at a time. Ask about the person inside. So, who took this something the bellboy handed off?
Actually, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
An arm? Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face?
Yeah.
I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm.
Yes, it was just like that.
Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important?
Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client.
Mr. Powers, please try to remember. Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off.
Well, let's see. I think it was... No.
If you remember, please add it to your testimony.
Yes, sir. If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue.
A statue?
Yeah, kinda looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know?
Looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm going to have to come up with whatever this statue thing is and show it to him.
You're going to have to trust your instincts on this one and take a chance, Phoenix.
Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue with your testimony. What did the bellboy do after that?
Well... What would be the statue thing that he say? This bear right here! What was the point of that pregnant pause?
Where did the objection come from? Where? Speak up!
It was me, Your Honor.
What is it, Phoenix?
I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this.
Mr. Wright, you have something to say. Please spit it out.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix. Deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw, was it this item?
Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out.
I recall we found this at Matangard's mansion.
At the defendant's house? What does this mean?
It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the Killer assassinated Juan Carita in his room, and then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime.
And the bear being found in Mr. Ungar's mansion would mean...
It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matangard is the client... Mr. Matangard is the killer's client.
Order! I said order! Mr. Wright, this is the most unfortunate turn of events for you.
Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I almost forgot that you knew about it too.
I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial.
I can't let this happen. I had to do something. There has to be something we overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please.
Yes, Mr. Wright.
There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further?
The bear itself. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable.
The bear? Mr. Wright.
This was found in Mr. Ungar's mansion. However, Mr. Ungar was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home.
Oh.
I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Ungar who took this bear to his mansion.
Well, why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home.
Whew. Disaster averted it. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Enguarde's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. A butler. All this time he was the killer. The killer and Enguarde were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Enguarde's mansion as its butler.
Well, what a... move!
The bear figurine was brought back to Enguarde Mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Enguarde had him do so. I assume it's because it would have been bad had the police found it during the investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? I had to try. I had to find something else.
What will you do about Mr. Wright? Do you have a plan to?
I plan to expose a clearly shaky piece in Mr. Powers' testimony.
Whoa, what? There's still another one?
There is indeed, Your Honor, and it is quite a questionable point. It is a questionable point indeed, for certain. What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further?
The person who received the bear. There was one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear, and that is the identity of the person who received the bear.
He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of...
Ah!
Huh?
Huh?
Well, what is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, at least give us a good reason why.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Actually, so... I remembered. I remembered who took the bear.
What?
Really?
I mean, I only saw his arm. But, the arm. It was a Nickel Samurai arm. It was Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear it.
You got to be kidding! Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers?
Yeah, I'm sure it was Nickel Samurai.
Order, order! It looks like you've dug your own grave yet again.
How many times is that today? I've lost count. So the person who took in this little bear was a Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt Enguarde is a Nickel Samurai.
Thanks to the defense, we made that all the clearer. I think we heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Enguarde. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict.
Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth.
Any last objections, Mr. Wright?
Well, do I? What should I do? Let's raise an objection.
I will now announce my verdict.
There is only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, He accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number 2. That very same figurine was found in Angard's mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is, it's possible for a different person is what I'm saying is possible a different person is the killer's real client.
The real client?
Yes. Is this all you have?
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client and therefore the real murderer? Adrian Andrews?
Yes. We already know that she tried to frame Matt Angard for the crime. By wearing a spare nickel samurai costume.
Ah! Then the nickel samurai iron I saw.
That could have very well been Miss Andrews.
But what about Mr. Angard?
If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period.
That's right. Then, finding this figure in Mr. Angard's mansion,
it was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this?
I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either.
What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell Angard did it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt onto someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's a murder of all things.
This is the same Maya. This is the same Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on.
Order, order, order! All distracted parties will be forced to leave the courtroom.
Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game.
His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did specially bring that bear to Angard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews.
And who would that be?
It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself.
I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time.
Yes, Your Honor. March 23rd, 11:54 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3.
Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian. Ugh, I swear this demon will pay.
Mr. Nick?
Pearls? Where's Mia?
I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away.
A really strong power?
Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is...
It's from Gumshoe.
How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal?
Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto.
Whew, that's good, pal.
And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer Maya are?
We still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time! If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful.
I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught?
A tent!
Huh? A tent?
I could see a circus tent!
A tent? I could see a circus tent. But Mia! It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me.
So it was Maya that called you away?
She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now?
There's only one, Belle. The very big circus.
Maya is somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent.
Well, what? Okay, hold on a sec, Belle. Hey, draw a circle on that map. About a 300-foot radius for the main tent. Hurry!
And? I could see a mailbox under the window, just outside.
Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay, what else?
What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building, maybe in the 3rd floor or so.
I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just ain't in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck.
Good luck.
I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal?
Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry! Looks like we're out of time. Are you all right, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued.
I can do this. I just have to make the trial last a little longer.
Oh my God. Let's go. March 23rd, 12:05 p.m. District Court, Court number 3.
Court now reconvene.
The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager,
Adrian Andrews, to the stand.
Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder.
I understand.
Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have.
You have seen it before?
That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets?
All right.
Why does she... Witness testimony, the bear figurine. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it.
So this figurine is a container of sorts, is it?
Yes. Looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree?
Yes. This is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes. I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Thank you, Your Honor. It looks like there really was something to that bear after all. Examination, the bear figurine. A puzzle? That's right.
But it looks like an ordinary figurine.
True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So, what kind of puzzle is this exactly? So you can take it apart? And how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in.
Oh, yes, I see.
After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed.
Oh, this is most interesting.
A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again.
Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on.
I think he's lost it. So, what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. Huh? It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
Then this was a present from you?
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for one. So it was a present from Miss Andrews. Witness, let's continue with your testimony. So, who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the 2 of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland. So I doubt there are many people with the same bear in this country.
But this looks like it can be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside.
Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken. Who else knows that the bear is actually a small container or a jewelry box? I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the 2 of us knew. The 2 of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. Angard didn't know, right? I think that's about all I'm going to get for now. Let's see. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize that there is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box?
What's inside?
That's right. That's what we're going to find out next. Witness? Yes? You are the only one who can open this. Please. There is a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted?
Well, what is that? It looks like a note.
I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's a suicide note.
The suicide note?
The suicide note left by Juan Carita's former manager, Celestine Pax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts. Just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Carita himself. It seems Celestine Pax has very beautiful handwriting. And she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide.
Order! Witness! Did you know about this?
Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public. but I couldn't find it anywhere because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going to Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right. At least, that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it. And I was going to burn it for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I cannot allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents in the note aloud.
Very well.
The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impax left to us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by Ungard. About being engaged to Karita and Ungard's role in destroying that. And about how she decided, in her despair, to end it all.
And that's all Miss Impax had to say.
There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Ungard.
Then what?
Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. My freaking nose. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference.
My word!
Matt Ungard values, above all else, his refreshing like a spring breeze image. Which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. The suicide note added to the court record.
It's Ungard's fault that the woman killed herself. And this time he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that.
How terrible! What a selfish person! I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend these creeps too.
There is no room for doubt here. Mr. the Killer's client's goal was to obtain the suicide note. And the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with that note inside was found at the defendant's house.
It seems we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone.
How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do.
I know. I had to carry on to buy him some more time.
Okay. There are two deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those. The gavel's already in the judge's hand! Phoenix, hurry! The suicide note or the figurine? Which one of these should I pursue? Celeste suicide note. Objection! Please wait, Your Honor!
Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook.
I think Your Honor believes that Matt Ungard killed in order to attain this note.
Yes, that's correct.
But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Karita until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that Matt Ungard could not have known what was written on this note.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said.
Order, order, order! You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
was just a flash, but I did think it rather... It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well in this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order.
Huh?
A defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this.
What is that?
It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying.
Spying?
What the? Yeah. There goes the gnat again. Fucking hell. It is flying across my screen. What the fuck? Anyway. What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession. Matt on guard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses.
And?
The victim, while Karita was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt on guard.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities.
Well, sort of.
Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright.
I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking,
But I had the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye.
But this camera I have is not that same one. Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch, using this Gumshoe's bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera.
Oh gosh, fingerprints are on there.
Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Angar learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time.
I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, now what's that lawyer thinking?
Mommy, is that man the bat killer guy?
Shush, stop, don't look at him. The way he's sweating is just so,
Ew, nasty.
Phoenix. Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet? What am I going to do next? Does running away like a frightened child work? I know it seemed like Mr. Edgeworth was very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. Well, what is it, Mia? There is a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate? I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden?
All right, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you?
What is this piece of evidence that Mia is talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? Present evidence. I have an objection, Your Honor. That was about the weakest objection I have ever heard, Mr. Wright.
Objection!
Your Honor! The defense has no intention of letting this go so easily.
You are beginning to sound desperate. That's just your imagination, Your Honor!
Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. Hey, isn't that what I just said? So you're telling me that I forgot something? You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there is something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. The suicide note.
It's a past suicide note, right?
Who knows? I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside the spare. But the spare was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Okay, the gnat is dead now. Oh, it fucking bothered me. Okay, anyway. Which means the handwriting on this suicide note has yet to be analyzed.
Oh!
So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence is really written by Miss Impax or not, as has yet to be even remotely confirmed.
But Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be...
Mr. Wright, are you saying the suicide note's a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Ungard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into the spare? How dare you! Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking to the witness to the suicide. There is no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. Ah! Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt on guard. I did no such thing. Right. If you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution.
Ugh! That's enough! Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on this suicide note?
It is as the defense has stated. The handwriting has yet to be analyzed.
If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible.
Impossible? That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day.
I didn't want you to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate.
Handwriting analysis my butt! That's just a lawyer trying to buy more time!
Unguard's guilty! Look, any idiot can tell you that!
I think we've reached the end of the line.
Guilty! 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 Well, what is that sound?
It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe? What is with him? And what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer?
He got away.
What? I'm sorry, Belle. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on?
We found his hideout, Belle. But the two of them were already gone.
This is terrible.
I'm going to keep looking for them, Belle. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time.
But don't tell me we don't. We don't have any more.
Guilty! 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 Guilty!
Do you hear that? They're calling for his head.
Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and...
Oh! But what is it?
Let me talk to Miss Edgeworth.
I can't do that!
Mr. Wright, will you please get a hold of yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after.
Hold on, Your Honor.
Edgeworth, catch! Mr. Edgeworth! Please, you gotta buy some more time!
Court is in session. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying?
Mr. Wright, this is the court raw!
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but...
I'm reluctant to do this, however. It appears I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow.
This time, I really can't do anything.
Court is now adjourned for the day. Oh, Edgeworth! Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? Where is you, Mr. Edgeworth?
I humbly request of another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time.
For what purpose?
We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time.
But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes?
I believe we can, Your Honor.
But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow?
30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I am asking for. Please, Your Honor.
Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today.
I'm not sure this is helping or hurting us.
The court will now take its final recess of the day.
March 23rd, 2:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3.
Right. Well, what's going on with Maya's situation?
It's a killer. It looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time.
Report! Ah! Is that Mr. Edgeworth?
We don't have time. Just spit it out.
Right. It looks like we just missed him, sir.
But the killer left a few things behind my accident in his rush to get away. A few things? Can we use any of them as evidence?
Ho ho ho! I thought you asked, pal.
Huh?
I got the things he left for me right now, and I'm on my way over.
Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first.
We don't want to die to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran.
What?
Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I gotta put the law on hold for now.
That's bad. Hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this.
With my hunk of junk car, I'd say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me.
All right. Just get here in one piece.
I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light.
Gumshoe, I think you better be careful. You're gonna get in trouble for that. Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this.
Oh, shit! Okay, then. Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me.
No one can stop me. Oh shit. Oh god.
What happened?
Oh god. Was that a car crash? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well.
What is he thinking? We gotta hurry and call for help.
But we have no idea where he is.
His cell phone is broken, and he wasn't driving the patrol car, so no radio either.
Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them.
No! We can't let that happen!
Well, if there's a way we can find out where he is, then he can stand a chance. Why? Oh, why did Gumshoe have to go into an accident now? Is there any way if I know exactly where he is at this moment? There is a way. That's right, there is a way. What? What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. Well, Francisca knows where Gumshoe is, of course. Why are you bringing up Francisca at a time like... Oh, I see. I'll try and get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have. Francisca, will she even want to help us? Edgeworth, what is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict's been decided. The verdict?
Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here?
Yes, bailiff?
There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent.
I'd probably finish with a handwriting analysis. I'll have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do.
Oh god, poor Gumshoe is in an accident. Fuck. Oh. Man, this part is almost an hour long, so it's probably going to be a premiere, but well, we'll have to see about that. But yeah, this is a good place for me to stop here. So, this has been Agent Fluffy, and I will see you guys next time to continue the trial, and I hope to God Gumshoe is okay. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Hey everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me even more, feel free to support my Patreon. The links are right here.